I know you guys probably thought that I wasn't going to make a video today, but I am. So this is day 3. We'll see how long this video goes. I'm pretty tired. But this is day 3 of the 42-day marathon sprint to Christmas Eve. And I am basically just trying to, what I realized today is that these videos are making me push through when I'm tired, and when I'm tired of listing on eBay, and they're holding me accountable to you guys. So I just realized that that's been a good thing. I've been able to list probably over 100 items on eBay over the last, this week. So the last, 3 days? 4 days, I guess. So basically today, the title was Day 3 eBay Sales Compounding in a Thrift Store Run. So basically, I didn't have a gazillion eBay sales, but I did have 5 eBay sales so far today. It's 7:21 here on the in California, so I got another 4.5 hours to go for the day. So hopefully I'll get some more sales, whether it's Amazon or eBay. But as of now, I had 5 sales today. eBay sales, and then really crappy Amazon day so far, only 4 sales. Yesterday, I actually ended up having 13 sales. Yeah, hopefully, Mike. I've heard that about Amazon and about eBay. I don't know if it's true, but we're going to find out. But I do know the more stuff I have up for sale, the more chance that I'm going to sell more stuff. That's for sure. Larger inventory. So yeah, so far 4 sales. So yesterday I ended up having 13 total Amazon sales, which was good, and the previous day was 16. So that was great. Today's for some reason been slow. I probably need to spend a little bit of time repricing some of my stuff, some of the FBA stuff, well, and some of the merchant fulfilled as well. But anyway, yesterday I had 2 merchant fulfilled sales, and today I had 1. So one of those 4 sales was a merchant fulfilled sale, and so yeah, sales really low on Amazon, but eBay beat out Amazon today so far. Hopefully Amazon picks up a little bit. So for one of the eBay sales was a really nice one. It was a book. So I listed a bunch of books, and by a bunch I don't mean a ton. I don't know, 20 or so. No, 15. Was that Monday or was that last week? I've lost track at this point. But one of the ones that I sold was it was automotive sheet metal repair. This cool looking yellow book that I pulled out of a Gaylord. So my cost was next to nothing when you consider all the books that were in there. It was pretty inexpensive, and it sold for $45 on eBay, which was an awesome sale. It's one of those types of really niche books that you can sell that sell pretty well on eBay. These are kind of books that you can also sell potentially on Amazon, but some of them work really well on eBay. So if you're out there, if you're not doing bulk books, it doesn't matter whether you're doing bulk. Thanks, Mike. Whether you're doing bulk or let's see if I can pull it up, or you're going out there to the thrift stores, then you're going to be able to find this kind of stuff. Just kind of keep your eyes open for it. Let's see. Here it is. So this was it. See if you guys can see it. It's too much white, but you can see the yellow. So automobile sheet metal repair, $44.99. So $45, almost $50. And that was a nice sale. I had the rest of the sales. So it was a total of $73 for eBay sales today. I listed 26 CDs today, individual CDs on eBay, 6 CD lots, and 1 video game lot. So a total of 33 items that I listed, which was I'm kind of been keeping aside from that day with the books, I've been keeping around 30 or so that I list a day. Today, I did not finish as soon as I wanted because I made a little thrift store run in the morning. Um, I'll talk about that in a second. It wasn't super fruitful, but I did find some stuff. People always ask me who buys this stuff, who cares as long as they pay for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this kind of high priced, super niche nonfiction type of books. I mean, somebody clearly is into, I don't know, automobile sheet metal repair. Either they have a some sort of business, or it's something they do as a hobby. I don't know. It could be all kinds of different reasons. But yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff out there that you can find and sell for really good money. So I mean, that's the great thing about eBay and Amazon. You've got millions and millions of potential customers. So, so yeah, it's always worth looking up those types of things. Oh, right. I wrote down these numbers just because I remember yesterday there was one guy, John, was asking about. He was starting out Amazon with uh, what do you call it? Doing merchant fulfilled, brand new seller, and I made a couple lower priced merchant fulfilled sales, and I wanted to break down the numbers. One of them was a book that actually Terry, who comes on here sometimes, was saying that he sold FBA, and I put it up for sale, last week or whatever, well, a couple weeks ago, less than 2 weeks, I think, and it sold. What was it, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And it sold for only $4.68, merchant fulfilled. Um, and after, so, plus tax, of course, tax was shipping plus shipping. Shipping was $4.08. So after the Amazon fees, Amazon is going to pay me $5.65 minus shipping, media mail, $2.66. So my profit is $2.99. Of course, this was a book I pulled out of a Gaylord, so it's probably like 5 or 10 cents that it cost me. The envelope I put it in was about 20 cents. So, you're thinking when you take everything out of it, you're talking about like maybe $2.80 or so off of a book that was very inexpensive. I listed it. It sold pretty quickly. It's a small paperback, like a trade paperback, but does not weigh that much. It's not very large. So even a book for $4.68, you can still make about $3 profit after you ship it out. So keep that in mind if you're trying to do merchant fulfilled. Another one I sold was a double CD, so one of those larger cases, but still it doesn't weigh that much. So it's the same as if you sold a single CD. So merchant fulfilled on Amazon, it was a Leonard Skinner CD that has a good rank, but I decided to list it merchant fulfilled, and it sold for $5.39. And then after, plus shipping, 408. So after the fees, it was $6.25, and then minus shipping, media mail, $2.66. It was $3.59. So, $3.50 for a CD that I pulled out of Gaylord that I pay like a nickel for, a dime for at most, somewhere in there. So you don't have to, you don't have to list CDs or books for a ton of money to make these lower amounts of money. It's kind of like with FBA where, in the past you could sell books for $10 and make $3 or $4. And nowadays those books aren't profitable, but you can do that with merchant fulfilled, and you don't have to look for the super high price stuff always. If you can get the book or CD, if you can get it for a lower price, of course, if you're spending $2 on it, it doesn't make sense. But if you can get it for pretty cheap, it might work out as a way to diversify if FBA is not working for that item. I did not get gated for CDs. When they closed in 2016, November 1st, I always remember that date because that's when they closed. Wow, it's been over 2 years. when they closed the music category CDs to new sellers. And I was in the program already selling CDs, and so I was grandfathered in. And then when they did another round like last year of popular music titles or something like that, and some people got gated on a lot of stuff, and I somehow avoided it. So no, I'm still able to sell CDs on Amazon. So I do a lot of CDs, FBA, and I'm slowly building up my merchant fulfilled side as well. So those are a couple examples. Yeah. So I basically have gotten through everything that I had here at the house for eBay or merchant fulfilled. I have a bunch of boxes of CDs in my garage, probably like 10 packed with CDs. Oh, hi, Barb. How you doing? Yeah, Mike. Uh, some people say that you can. There's certain maybe vendors that you can buy brand new CDs from, and then send in the invoice and maybe get ungated. But I'm not too familiar with it. But you can give it a try. Fortunately, I don't have any answers to Amazon's madness. It's a good thing for people that can sell CDs because there's not as much competition as there is with books. But you know, that's lame to someone like yourself or others that can't sell on Amazon. So I would say, sell some. You can still make good money on eBay selling CDs as well. Oh yeah, Barb. Glad you're here. um, so where was I going? Oh, right. So, so yeah, basically, I have a ton of CDs here at the house. These are CDs that I already went through for Amazon, FBA, and what was left were ones that I took to that swap meet that I went to in August, and hardly sold any of them. And so what I'm left with, I'm gonna basically gonna probably run them through second spin and see what kind of money I can potentially make off of them, and the rest of them are gonna go into CD lots. Um, right, Amazon seems to get higher. It depends on the CD. The CD, I mean, for sure. And it's also easier to look it up for Amazon with the app. You can scan and get all the information with the seller app. Whereas with eBay, of course, you can scan the barcode, but uh, it doesn't always show all of them when you scan it. But then even if it does, you've got to do a lot more clicking, and there's not much data. So that's the kind of thing that's tough with eBay when it comes to selling anything. It just takes more time. So I would say, get good at through experience, get good at knowing what CDs stand out to potentially look up on eBay, because there's a lot of ones that are more rare, have a steady demand. There's not that many copies, and eBay can do really well for that with certain collectors. But yeah, definitely. I mean, Amazon's way easier when it comes to scanning and looking up, and depending on the CD, that definitely can be higher return. It just depends on what it is. So I did a thrift store run this morning. I was debating about whether I should do it because I wanted to start taking photos immediately and start listing the stuff that I had. If I had done that, I would have finished much earlier. But I decided to go anyway. And the first place I went was to the CDs, and I found 1, 2, 3, 4 CDs that I can do on either FBA or merchant fulfilled. So I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. This is all of them. These are merchant fulfilled. And whoops. These are FBA. So I found 3 different types of products. So for merchant fulfilled, I found some CDs. This is a Christmas one. I found this one, a book that I'm going to do merchant fulfilled. And I found 2 VHS tapes. These are not huge money, but this one was sealed. The Story of PJ Sparkles. So I never heard of that one before. Howdy, how you doing? Comfortable life. and then a Scooby-Doo one. These are both going to go merchant fulfilled. The Scooby-Doo I'm going to list for $10. This one I'm going to list for $12.99. It's like new. I'm going to list it new, but I listed it like new. Both of them have some sales, not a ton of sales, but a very slow, steady sales. They have very slow, steady sales, but I'll test this one. And then what am I doing? Oh, this one goes over here. And this one I'm going to list $11.99, the CD. These were 45 cents at the thrift store. This one I'm going to list $7.20, merchant fulfilled as of now. We'll see if the prices change, because you know how repricers love to change so much. And then merchant fulfilled, I found a couple. I mean, FBA, I found these three. They're not huge money, but let's see. This one's just under $10. This one's $10.95, and this one will be $14.99. One of them's a Christmas CD that right now is not selling a lot, but in the next couple of weeks should really start to pick up. And there's only one FBA offer, and there's not that many merchant fulfilled. And then for back to school, yeah. One sec, Mike. I found that, everyone's favorite book, right, from high school, Great Gatsby. This is the newer copy, the newer version, I should say. And $8.99, I'll make, I think it was like $2 to $3. I can't remember exactly how much it was. This one didn't cost me very much, probably like close, I think it was 50 cents at the thrift store. And then I found this one, Answering Atheism, How to Make the Case. Okay, so this one was 75 cents minus like 25 cents, so around, I don't know, 60 cents or so. And this one I'm going to list for $13.99. And then this one was the best find. Is more of a school book. One that I spent $2 on it, but I'm going to list it for $25.99. It's one of those books. It's Old Testament Survey, 2nd edition. So this one sells really well for back to school. The Amazon price is $28 and change. It looks like the price might go up when it's back to school time. So that's what I was able to find today. Unfortunately, when I went to what do you call it? So before I went to the books, they have a pretty big electronic aisle and a lot of different electronics. So I tried really hard to find something I could flip, and I found a couple things that were worth looking up. I ended up finding a VCR, but then when I went, they have a little station you can check stuff, plug it in. When I went to plug it in, it wouldn't turn on. So it was only $5, and they were selling for anywhere between $40 to $50 on eBay. So I was pretty excited about it. And then, yeah, it didn't turn on. So it wasn't worth the effort. And, I don't know how to fix them. So there was a couple other things there, older electronics, but nothing was worth, some of them were overpriced and nothing was really worth it. So that was unfortunate. I was hoping I could find at least one electronic that would make the trip even more worth it, but it didn't work out. But give it the old college try. I did notice though in the book section, when I went to the book section at the end, that they had some Harry Potter books, hardcover Harry Potter books in the thrift store, and I'm not kidding. They were selling a couple of them for $10. At the thrift store. So I don't know if you guys have seen those kind of prices. I mean, I can imagine that at a used bookstore. I know one of the guys, Greg, who has a bookstore in Ohio, sells hardcover Harry Potter books for like $10 to $12. But this is a thrift store, so I was surprised to see that. But they must realize that, or they're realizing that people are willing to pay up for that kind of stuff, because they had probably about 4 different Harry Potters. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but you asked, are you reselling full time, or you have a regular job as well? So I do not have no, I do not have a regular job. I'm doing reselling part time, a little more than part time, but I do not have a regular job. My wife works and I watch the kids. well, my daughter goes to school now, but my son is not in school yet. So I do this part time, but it's a nice extra income. Even not doing it full time, it can bring in some good money. How much were the VCRs? So the one VCR, they only had one VCR, and it was $4.98. This is not a Goodwill though. This is um, I think it was a standalone thrift store. It's been there a long time. It might have a one more. They might have another location at most, but they had a lot. They had some other electronics that were more expensive, but those weren't VCRs. Yeah, Goodwill. It varies. Depends on the VCR. Depends on the brand. That type of thing. I've found some good stuff at VCRs at Goodwill that I've paid probably. A lot of times I paid less than $10. Paid like 7, $8 for a VCR there. I'm willing to pay up if it's going to go for good money. I mean, I'll pay 15 to $20 if I can sell it for 80 to $100 or more for sure. But yeah, it depends. I mean, Goodwill in my area, there's probably, let me see, there's one, two, three Goodwills that are pretty close to where I live. I can drive to within about 10 minutes or so. And yeah. And the good thing about Goodwill is they usually have a lot of VCRs. So if I go to a couple different Goodwills, chances are I should find something good. Not always, but I should. And the prices vary. Sometimes, sometimes it's $7, sometimes it's $15, but it varies. Yeah, garage sales can be really good, or estate sales, because most people figure, no one wants a VCR anymore. So I just want to get rid of it because they know hardly anyone's going to want this at my garage sale. So, offer them $5 and then you can get it. So for sure, estate sales are great too. You can find some good stuff there, whether it's VCRs and electronics, whether it's books, CDs, records, all kinds of good stuff, even VHS tapes. I highly recommend, if you're new, to definitely hit up garage sales and estate sales. There's estatesales.net, which should show you close to where you live, the estate sales that are going to come up on this next weekend. And you can plan it out ahead of time, figure out which days they're starting and what kind of stuff. They usually have photos, and they also sometimes list. They usually list the stuff they're going to have for sale there. Right. The VCR for $2 and the Disney VHS for $20. Right, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people feel that every Disney VHS tape is worth a lot of money, but definitely only some of them are worth some money. There's a few that might go for a lot of money, but by and large, it's not gonna. There's not going to be that many that are going to be worth it for sure. So yeah, it was too bad. I wasn't able to find electronics, but I always take a look. Tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, no, actually tomorrow is a whole different day. I have to take my wife somewhere early in the morning, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a crazy day. So I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to go to a thrift store, but we'll see. Yeah, guys, I think this is about it. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is, if you've been watching it all the last couple of weeks, you know that I had an issue with the FBA shipment that they seem to have lost temporarily, and then they reimbursed me some money, and then I disputed that, and then they somehow miraculously found it. Well, they did end up taking the money back, which was not a surprise. So without me having to tell them, they did take back it was like $461. So I'm going to have to sell that stuff myself, which I'm fine with, because there's a lot of good items in there. But anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. I was thinking about doing a video. I was going to do it today, but then I'm doing this video pretty late, and I don't have much energy left for it, and it's probably worth a whole video where I was gonna FBA Scan change their name to Scoutly. Q4 is good for lost stuff. Uh, yeah. Um, I was gonna go over Scoutly. I don't know if you guys have it. Use Scoutly or FBA Scan, or if you use something else. I was thinking about going over it, but the problem is it's hard to see. I mean, as you can tell, it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's not really conducive. I might have to make an actual video that I edit, so we'll see. But anyway, um, oh, okay. They changed the interface a little bit. I just updated it and they changed the name of it, but then they also changed the interface a little bit. Uh, I don't know about you, but it's always a bit obnoxious when tech. I mean, when like applications change. Um, but anyway, that's just what it is. Yeah, I can maybe do a video about that. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm probably gonna cut the video here. 7:45 here. I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a long day, a lot of listing, a lot of not a ton of shipping, but a little bit of shipping. So I will make another video tomorrow, guys. Hopefully, everyone's sales are going to pick up. We are, what day is it? The 15th. Yay! Long-term storage fee day at Amazon. But when is so Thanksgiving's coming up. So thank you, Barb. So hopefully the closer we get to Thanksgiving, that right after Thanksgiving, that sales will pick up a lot. That'll be a really good thing. But just keep pushing, keep listing, keep sourcing, keep shipping. Whether you're doing FBA, whether you're doing merchant fulfilled, whether you're doing eBay, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Just do a little bit. Be consistent every day, or every day that you work. Take a day off, clearly, but the days that you work, be consistent. Do something. Set your whatever goals they are, and definitely go for it. All right, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow, and as always, keep booking, guys.